Yo guys, in this video I'll be discussing about how I make the animations, the current situation in my life, and what I'm planning to do this month, so let's hop right in. So if you guys don't know, I actually make animations. Although I still have a lot to learn when it comes to the topic itself, but yes. I've made several animations here and there on my YouTube channel, as you guys can see. The way that I make those animations is by using a drawing app and an editing app, which is Ibis Paint and InShot. I use Ibis Paint for sketching the concept scene and to draw the frame-by-frame animation, and InShot is for me to mash all those frames into one little animation scene and to add some sound effect and music. Now I know what some people are thinking. Why do you have to use Ibis Paint and InShot to make the animation? Isn't that too complicated to use those two apps for animation? And you have apps like Adobe or Flipacclip, so why don't you use that instead? To that, I would say that I'm too broke to buy any expensive animation apps. And I've tried Flipacclip before, and I don't like it. Maybe it's just me, but Ibis Paint is too convenient for me to draw anything digitally. And besides, I just feel like InShot is more flexible for me since I can not only make animations, but also other kinds of videos I want to make. Okay, but maybe that way of making the animation is a rather slower way compared to making one on apps like Adobe, since making animation usually took me around a month. And that's just 1 minute! Like for example, I made this Itogoro and Sora animation last year, and I remember it was very overwhelming working on that with the limited resources I had at the time, and it took me exactly 1 month before I can publish that online. Now looking back at that animation 1 year later, I think there's a lot of improvements that needs to be fixed, like how Sora's coloring is a bit oversaturated in my opinion, and how some of the characters' expression could have been better. But then again, for my very first proper animation, I think I did okay there compared to that one little animation I also made at the time. Over time, I think I improved my animations a lot, despite that I need to improve a lot of aspects obviously. Some of the notable ones I've made are the sample roll animation and the Kaveh animation. For the sample roll animation, I did actually copy the movement from the original Rickroll video, but even then, it was exhausting. I was drawing and coloring Sampo over and over again to the point I've memorized how to draw the man Sampo himself, including some of the details. I even work on the animation during free time at school. When I post that video, I wasn't really expecting the video to blow up crazy because of how I just straight up copied those movements from the actual Rickroll, and I only did this just because the thought of Sampo rolling was so hilarious that he was the only character in Honkai Star Rail I can see doing the movement. And the fact that the lore itself has Rickroll in it also make me think it's a good opportunity to make one. I could have done more for the animation, like making the extension of Sampo dancing and adding female Trailblazer as the woman in the Rickroll video with the trash can as the background. Unfortunately, I was going to have finals at the time, and I didn't have enough time to make the extension of it, so I had to scrap down all those ideas and put out what I have online. As for the Kaveh video, it was also very hard, and I definitely need to improve on the consistency for the character's expression. I was about to line art and color the drunken Kaveh walking scene during the process, but I showed my friends about it, and they suggested me to leave it as it is, as it makes the scene funnier. And I think they were right. I honestly really appreciate for those who like the Kaveh animation, especially with those people requesting me to make the Kaveh VA version. It actually surprised me how there's some comments popping up demanding me to make that version. Like, I don't really know what to say. But once again, I really appreciate it. As of I'm recording this video, the Kaveh VA version actually surpassed the original video, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting plenty of those people within those view numbers would click and watch that video instead. Now, even if I could milk more all Kaveh content, since the people who are watching those videos are apparently into all Kaveh content, I'm not even sure if I should keep making more content of those. Unless, of course, there are people demanding for more. Then again, I have a lot of stuff on my hands that I need to deal with. Maybe I'll make time for that. Alright, now that I've already talked about how I make those animations, let's talk about the current situation in my life. I just got myself out from the final exams, which is great! Though can't say for the same for my report card. Like, sure, I actually did pretty good if it's just passing into the next grade, but I can't help but feel very frustrated and hopeless because I feel like I'm not doing enough to the point I've reached the minimum average score that's needed for going into the college that I wanted to go. I don't know, guys. I have very mixed feelings regarding the results I got, but it is what it is. The only thing that I can do is just making the best portfolio possible for the application, so I guess I have to focus on that and try my best on that. I guess the good thing is that I have a lot more free time right now, and I'll probably be getting Tears of the Kingdom as the reward for passing the grade. I'm not even sure if Tears of the Kingdom will cure me from all of this ordeal, but I guess I do need a break since my sister said I was studying too hard. Maybe after I take a bit of a break, I will try to make as much animations as I can for my portfolio. Hopefully I will try to do better at those and probably should take care of myself a bit more. Anyways, that's all for this video. I know I said in my description that I might be uploading this video, but at the time I was too overwhelmed by finals so bad to the point I can't focus on it at all. Though I'm glad it's already over, and I'm glad I'm finally able to let out of those thoughts. So if you guys like this video, go give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I know this video is really random, but I'm just putting my thoughts out and I hope you guys have a great day.